Like the video and subscribe to our channel right now and get 1 week of amazing luck. In this thrilling animal video, get ready to be shocked as we uncover 12 jaw-dropping encounters with some of the most dangerous and lethal creatures on the planet, hippos. These calm-looking animals are not to be underestimated. From territorial disputes to unexpected attacks, you'll witness the true nature of these fascinating animals. Don't like hippos? This video will change your perception. Watch now and prepare to be educated about these incredible creatures. Number 12. Hippos versus boats. And don't think humans on boats are any safer. If anything, they're in more danger. In Kenya, safari speedboats get too near to hippo territory. And the hippos swiftly notice this, swimming toward them. They weren't prepared for the hippo to attempt and pursue them, though. This one quickly gave up, though. Another speedboat wandered too close and the hippo gave them the warning of a lifetime. These men learned why you never mess with a hippo. After the hippo spotted the boat, it began chasing it at high speed to drive it away from its waters. A second slower and the hippo would have capsized the boat. This irresponsible group of fishermen on a Tanzanian river. A large number of hippos attempted to topple their boat, almost sending one of them over the edge and surprising the fishermen. Number 11. Hippo versus lion. The next matchup is hippos and lions. The most ridiculous of these is this video of a lion that is stuck on a rock in the middle of a lake and is startled by a hippo that tries to outswim them by jumping into the water. We have a hippo fighting off a whole clan of lions. As the lionesses sneak around it to try to tire it out before a strike, the hippo does its best to keep up and intimidate them with its size, but they end up backing away from it. The hippo began to swim as quickly as it could at the three lions who were attempting to cross a river because they had invaded its territory. They were slower swimmers than the hippo, so it caught up to them really soon. As the other lions managed to get away, the hippo captured one of them and nearly killed it with its razor-sharp teeth. The more nimble lion also reached the waterbank, but two of its companions remained behind, watching from a distance, scared to be the next victims of the hippos. Number 10. Hippo versus Wildebeest. In this clip, we see a group of wildebeest passing through the river, and underneath, a young hippo tries to bite one of them. Then, after getting a good grasp of its leg, it took it throughout the stream to drown it. Number 9. Hippo attacks humans. This tourist wasn't as lucky, as the hippo rammed right into the vehicle. And the tourist only managed to escape because it was already driving past. Another second and he would have been hippo lunch that day. See another case, a tour guide accidentally goes too near to a hippo's territory while leading a group of tourists on a safari. And this hippo, ever in charge of their personal space, saw them and lunged forward to strike. Despite its size, it ran remarkably fast, its jaws open and ready to devour its prey. And it was drawing very near to the tourists. Fortunately, though, there was a tiny pond with water and muck close by, which caused the hippos to slow down long enough for them to escape. We humans never learn, do we? Number 8. Hippo versus elephant. But you know hippos are territorial beasts when even an elephant won't scare them off. In this clip, a hippo shows his canines to another elephant while in the plains, which is a grave threat display that the elephant doesn't return and instead chooses to back away. And in another instance, an elephant walked into a hippo basking ground. But since the elephant was so big, the hippos chose to ignore it rather than confront it. Well, all except one of them, who tried to bite its tail off. Number 7. Hippo crushes antelope. This antelope was stuck in the mud, drawing the attention of a pack of ravenous wild dogs hunting for their next meal. For an instant, it seems as if this hippo is going to help the antelope escape, but it ends up crushing it with its huge jaws, leaving it at the mercy of the wild dogs. These monsters don't forgive anyone for trespassing on their lands. Number 6. Hippo vs Rhino. The rhino is another animal that is frequently matched against the hippos. In this video, two hippos are shown attempting to take down a rhino by driving it too near to the water in an attempt to gain the upper hand. The strategy is successful because one of the hippos assaults and brings down the rhino by driving it into the water. In the second video, the hippo menacingly displays its broad lips to deter the rival rhino from attacking it. Number 5. Hippo kills gazelle. Next up, we have a clip of a hippo killing Thompson gazelle with as much ease as a human swatting an insect. The gazelle had no chance to escape as soon as its hind legs grazed the water surface. Number 4. Hippo eats impala. It's rare for a hippo to attack an impala unless it goes for a drink of water near a hippo's bathing waters. This is because hippos are mostly herbivorous animals and would rather graze on grass than ingest an entire carcass. This impala was being pursued by a gang of wild dogs that were trying to tear it to pieces, and in addition to wandering too close to the hippo's territory, it had to cross the river to survive. As a warning to the wild dogs, the hippo pulled the impala under as it was swimming around underwater. It then flung the impala above itself and sent the message, "You too will drown if you go any closer." Number 3. Hippos vs crocodiles. At times, a hippo might taunt an invading crocodile by blocking it from obtaining its meal. For example, in this video, the wildebeest group approached the water too closely, which prompted the sly crocodile to lunge, bite, and kill one of the wildebeest. The wildebeest were forced into the water by another crocodile who joined the attack, prompting the hippos in the area to step in and scare the crocodiles away. The fact that the hippos stopped attempting to kill the wildebeest and even stayed close to protect it from other crocodiles until it could safely reach shore indicates their desire to save it. Other times, when their territories overlap, crocodiles and hippos will fight for the best places to bask. The crocodile bites a hippo that approached it too closely in the next video, as they wait for the best spots to be available. Nevertheless, the hippo's skin is strong enough to withstand the crocodile's bite, treating it like a gentle pat on the back. Even though crocodiles have the hardest bites of any reptile, it didn't seem to bother and went back to the water. This idiotic crocodile approached a herd of hippos intending to ambush a hippo baby. Compared to the crocodile, which had to rely on cunning to carry out its strategy, all of these hippos have an advantage in size and assault. But it was found before it could have its meal. What was the final result? The two hippos grabbed the croc by their tail and threw them out of the basking water. It's a miracle that it lived to see another day. Number 2. Hippo vs hippo. Now, we have hippos versus hippos. Two hippos fighting it out in this video to try who can claim the most territory in their local lake. Hippos are territorial animals, and if they find themselves outside of their own group, they will attack any stranger. On the other hand, if a wild hippo manages to kill another alpha, it will take all the females for itself and sometimes even murder all the young before them. This other footage shows the hippo killing every baby from the previous alpha. If they want to guarantee loyalty in their new pack, they must make sure they've thoroughly eliminated their former enemies. The next hippo is one that went looking for trouble at a private camp in a national park. It went up to a rival hippo to brag about who was stronger. While terrifying witnesses, the hippos showed off their teeth to each other as a test of strength to see who was stronger. Their struggle for dominance ultimately proved to be unresolved, and they eventually lost interest. Number 1. Hippo vs Cape buffalo. This Cape buffalo learned the hard way that hippos are just as dangerous on land as they are in the water. We watch as a hippo attempts to take on a buffalo herd as a whole. Here, the hippo's goal is to scare them away from its waters rather than to devour them. It charges with its sheer size and strength to show them its power and get them to stay away from its pond. And if it hadn't left, be certain that it would have tried to kill them all. The Cape buffalo was warned to back off by the hippo's open mouth, but it ignored the warning. The hippo then rushed forward, prepared to knock it down. The buffalo, one of the big 5 African game species, had to find a way out or perish.